Ooh, that would be breaking news. Good evening. Welcome to Parkersburg. Saints TV style. Here we go. Your Saints JV style versus Applington Parkersburg. New camera set up tonight. Let's see if she's working. First off, I got the alert, Kim, so I think we got something. All right. Sounds good through my phone. Thanks for joining us. We are, looks like 7.5 minutes from kickoff. New camera set up tonight. We got a scoreboard for you and everything. So we're going to try to bring you as much of that as we can. We went live a little early so that we could play with it a bit. Like I said, we got about 7 minutes to game time here. In Parkersburg, JV football, Saints versus the Falcons of Applington Parkersburg. We were just talking before we went live here. Don't see number 1, Gavin Squire, the usual JV quarterback. Don't see him on the field tonight. So this Lucas Cruzy would guess would be your next man up in that spot. And check a little audio here. Going to do a couple of things, so bear with us. Like I said, we're 6.5 minutes to game time. Yep.
I can always find the perfect gift at Home Sweet Home in St. Ansgar.
Colbert Realtors helped us find the perfect home.
Love you, Dad!
Relax. We've got a policy for that.
Every single job that we do, either one or both of the owners are on the roof overseeing and often installing the products, which is something that we really pride ourselves on and make sure that we're going above and beyond.
Never wanted to be what they said I should be. Never thought I should be bound by reality, no. One more broken heart and these thrown away dreams. You used to keep me down, you used to say, don't you daydream, daydream about the other side, daydream, yeah. And now one more time it's on my mind. One more time, yeah. Open wide now.
It's been a wonderful experience having our kids come to We Saints.
Each child is taken care of like they're our own kids.
I'm really excited about the future for We Saints.
We're excited to get a grant for this expansion, and we'll be able to take 50 more children once our expansion is complete.
Our community has been incredibly supportive, whether it be from donations or people just banding together to help out with small projects.
The staff are friendly, the atmosphere is great, and there's a great daily structure.
We're back here in Parkersburg. JV Saints versus the Appleton Parkersburg Falcons. 1 minute, 15 seconds to kick here. Beautiful place down here. Many Saints fans probably remember this place from years past. Hoping to create a few better memories here tonight. Scoreboard with our new system. Again, trying out a new system tonight, so hopefully everything works all right. We've got new sound system, new camera. We can run some ads, get you a scoreboard, all that cool stuff. On the injury report, top of the list, JV quarterback Gavin Squire out tonight. So these Saints will be without their normal starting quarterback. He is ill today, is their official report. Listed on the injury report is an illness. So we believe that means it'll be Lucas Cruzy at the helm for the Saints offense. I'm gonna do a quick sound check. Bear with me a sec. We're just minutes or moments from kickoff. Saints will kick it off here, so Parkersburg will get that first crack offensively. Max Neely to do the kicking for the Saints. Nice kick on the turf inside the 15. Number 17 for Parkersburg has it. Brody Dolph initiates the tackle. A bunch of friends join. Ball carrier returns it across the 30-yard line. Let's call it the 32-yard line, where the Falcons will have it 1st and 10 for drive number 1. Your defensive line, Brody Dolph, Mason Beeland, Zach. And correction, I'm trying to see who that is over there. What do we? Alex Gonzalez and Logan Wagner. Logan Wagner is the 4th on the defensive line. We'll get you the linebackers after this play. Handoff middle, 17. Big hole, a couple of missed tackles, and a big gain for Parkersburg. We do have a flag on the play. Flag comes in late in that play. See what the call is. It's enough for a 1st down pending the penalty here. It is on Parkersburg, a 15-yard penalty, personal foul penalty on the Falcons. Erases a 15-yard gain, and we'll make it 1st and 25. So after the 15-yard walk-off, 1st and very long for the Falcons. Same run, same hole. Cruzy forces him out of bounds after a gain of 15. 2nd and 5. They quickly erase the penalty yardage. Do the Falcons. Second and 4 here. Trying the left side this time, enough for a first down. Noah Junker, number 17. He's been the back on all the plays here. Has 20 yards rushing on 2 carries. .9:22 to go in the first quarter, first drive of the game. Parkersburg has it 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Much better job that time for the Saints in the middle. Ammons on the carry for Parkersburg. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Much better job by the defensive line there. You could see they read that one. Found the ball carrier tackled by middle of that defensive line. Your linebackers, 22, Grayson Falk, 30, Hayden Warrington, Landon Yinger. Kick it outside. Nice tackle in there by Logan Wagner. Logan Wagner comes all the way from that right side. Good pursuit by Wagner. Gets the tackle, makes it 3rd and 7. Zaid Shell out there, number 4. 15 is Lucas Cruzy. 28 is Keegan Zacharias. So your linebackers are Zacharias, Warrington, Yinger. Middle run. Good job by the Saints defense there. Mason Beeland, Logan Wagner, Brody Dolph. Bend but don't break. The Saints hold them to 4th and 6 here. I think we'll see a punt. 74, Zach Jensen enters the punt unit. Back to return that punt will be Falk and Zacharias for the Saints. Punt is nearly blocked. Wagner almost got there. Fair catch called for and fumbled by Falk. The Falcons jump on it. Be Parkersburg football. Looks like he tried to call that fair catch signal just a little late, and that threw him off. Ball pops out. The Falcons right there to jump on it, so they'll have it right back after the fumble on the punt. They mowed really nicely here today and took all the paint off, so really hard to tell where they are, and the little orange markers on the side are gone, so I'm going to guess it's, I don't know, something like the 30-yard line perhaps. Middle run. They bounce that run outside almost every time. That's where they found the success. The middle run, haven't had a lot of running room. Falk in on the tackle there on Junker. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Coming up for the Falcons. Again, JV football here at Parkersburg tonight. Power I formation for the Falcons. Hand it off to Junker. Good job of the defensive line there. Always good to see that. You see a bunch of big fellas in there in the middle, Wagner and Dolph and Yinger from that linebacker spot. Gain of 1, 3rd and 4. Coaching staff thinks we might have a tight end play here. Instead, it's a pitch. Fumble. Ball's on the ground. Logan Wagner forces the fumble. 53. Jumps back on it. So one of the linemen gets on it, so they recover it. But a loss of 2 on the play. Makes it 4th and 7. Good play by Logan Wagner. Knocks that ball out. Ball carrier, you could kind of see it from our perspective. That ball was hanging out in the wind, and Logan gets a piece of it, knocks it out. Good play, Logan Wagner. Timeout on the field, first timeout of the night. 4th and 7 coming up. Parkersburg had the ball to start drive number 1. The Saints stopped them about midfield. They turned it over on a fumble on the punt. So the Saints have not had the ball offensively. Parkersburg's second drive here offensively. They started the ball about the 30-yard line. Saints defense come up big in the first 3. Need a stop here on 4th and 7. A long field goal varsity-wise, so I assume we're going to go for it. Here's what you're going to see. Big play early in this one. 4 minutes and 36 seconds left in the first. So a rapid first quarter, more than half of it gone here, and the Saints have yet to touch the ball offensively. 4th and 7. See if we get a hard count here. Coaching from the Saints staff, they holler in, watch the ball. Get the snap off. It is a pass. Looking deep, nobody there. Pulls it back down. In pursuit is Yinger, who makes the tackle and the sack. Loss of 10 on the play. It'll be Saints ball. Turnover on downs. Landon Yinger gets home on the sack. And the Saints will have it for the first time offensively tonight. Gavin Squire out of commission tonight, ill. So he is not in the game tonight. So your JJV quarterback, Lucas Cruzy, in tonight. Next man up. Number 15, Lucas Cruzy is your quarterback. In the backfield, 28, Keegan Zacharias. Brody Dolph is 27. He's your fullback. The other tailback is Falk, number 22, Grayson Falk. This is Zacharias. Good job up front, making holes. Keegan Zacharias finds the seam, gain of 7 on first down, 2nd and 3. .62 is Wagner, 74, Zach Jensen, Mason Beeland, 54, Alex Gonzalez, 53, 77, Ryan Baker. That's your offensive line. Jet sweep here, question mark? It is. Sweep, Falk. Spins, makes a man miss. Gets the first down. Grayson Falk with a gain of 4 and a first down. Number 4, Zaid Shell. Split end. Simon Collins, 45, running the play in this time. First down, Saints. About the 42-yard line. Beautiful night for football. Unfortunately, it's a beautiful night for no-see-ums as well. So if you're not here, you're lucky tonight. So no-see-um every square inch here. Handoff fullback, Dolph. Dolph gets 8 on first down. Second and 2. Ball right at midfield. Saints moving the ball well, and their first offensive opportunity. Under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 0-0 is your score. Lucas Cruzy under center. Hands it to Falk. Falk's got a seam. Falk's got room. Grayson Falk. Touchdown, Saints. Grayson Falk goes 50 yards to pay dirt. It's 6-0 Saints. Nice blocking by the Saints up front. Grayson Falk found a seam, turned on the Jets. 50 yards later, it's 6-0 Saints. Talk about acceleration. That young man is fast. His first action, I think he played some last Thursday night, had an injury this summer he was recovering from, so I think he just got released to come back. The Saints are happy to have that freshman back in the lineup. Or in the lineup, I guess. Now the wishbone for 2. Into the end zone for 2 is Zacharias. Saints lead 8-0. Nice drive by the Saints. They kind of methodically march to midfield, and Grayson Falk breaks a big one for 50. Zacharias puts it in for 2, and it is 8-0 Saints. It's warm down here. You can see it, and these boys are getting a drink of water here quick. It said 88 when we left home. On the old car. It is cooling off fast. You can feel it, but I'm sure it's still hot on that field. Good start for the Saints. Their first offensive possession. 2:29 to go in the first. Junker, number 17, has been the primary ball carrier for the Falcons. He's back to receive here, number 17. Max Neely to do the kicking for the Saints. $2:29 to go in the first. Good kick by Neely inside the 20 again. Junker picks it up there. Finds a seam on the sideline, forced out of bounds. Nice kick there by Neely. Forced out of bounds by Rashavi. AP's got it. First and 10 at their own 31-yard line. 36-yard line, correction. They've attempted one pass, the Falcons have, and that ended in a sack. Be a run first team, looks like. Had success getting the ball outside. We'll get a whistle before the play there. I think we'll get a offsides on the Saints. It's a 5-yard penalty to start that drive. Makes it 1st and 5. Offsides on the Saints. First and 5. Middle run. Breaks a tackle. And then another. First down and more. Forced out of bounds after a big gain by Cruzy. Wayne, the ball carrier. Saints lethargic defensively here to start. Better tackling that time by the Saints. Short gain on the play. Ammon's the ball carrier. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Ball must be at about the 34-yard line. Middle run again, 22, good job. Better job of tackling there by the Saints. Gain of 5 on the play, makes it 3rd and 5. Wayne is the ball carrier. Tackled by the middle of the defensive line, and the 2 middle linebackers look like to me. So that Saints defense is built on. First guy gets there, and then we need 10 hats to the ball after that. Third and 5. Less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Handoff Wayne. Slips outside. They've been effective with that play. He's fumbled the first time he carried the ball on that play. The second 2 times he's broken it outside for big gains. First down. Ball inside the 20. 1st and 10, Falcons. Middle run, Wagner and Beeland meet him in the middle. Loss of 1 on the play. .28 seconds. Left in the first quarter. Clock is running. Looks like the Falcons will try to get a play off here to end the first quarter. Saints lead at 8-0. The defense has been on the field a long time for the Saints in this first quarter, all but about a minute of it. Pass. Rolling out. Wagner's getting held. Yinger comes up, and with the help of Zacharias, holds him to a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 10. That is the end of the first quarter. So we'll head to quarter number 2 with the Saints leading 8-0. See if we can get the scoreboard updated even to say second quarter. We're learning all kinds of new things tonight. If you're just joining us, new setup. We can run some commercials. So at halftime, you get to look forward to that. Turn the volume up. Listen to the commercials. Help us pay the bills here for Saints. So if you're just joining us, quick recap. The Falcons had the ball to start. Saints got to stop about midfield. On the ensuing punt, the Saints fumbled it away. Falcons jumped on it. The Saints come up big and turn them away. Turnover on downs inside the 20. They go 6 plays, 65 yards and a touchdown. A 50-yard touchdown run by Grayson Falk. 2-point conversion by Zacharias. Saints get their 8. This is drive number 3, I guess, if you consider that first one 1. For the Falcons, they have it just outside the 20-yard line. It is 3rd and 11. Second quarter about to get underway. 3rd and 11. Sweep. 1st down and more. Touchdown Falcons. Nice play there on the sweep. Jansen goes 22 yards into the end zone for 6. The Falcons get on the board. Two-point conversion attempt incoming, it appears. You never know, you get this close to Cedar Falls. Sometimes they've got soccer kids who can boot 45-yard field goals. Looks like they're going to go for 2. Motion, same play now, middle run, little counter. Really nice misdirection. 2-point conversion attempt is good. Luring with the 2-point conversion. Ties it up at 8. 7 seconds into the second quarter. It is 8-all. Scoreboard should be updated for you. Look at that. So the Falcons put a successful drive together there to tie this one. Saints will get crack number 2 at it offensively. Beautiful night here in Parkersburg. Cooled off in the last 10 minutes or so. Almost tolerable. Kick return team out for the Saints, Falk and Zacharias. Back deep. Wayne to do the kicking for the Falcons. Nice deep kick. Zacharias has it at the 10. Middle return. Finds a seam. Runs through an arm tackle out to the 35-yard line, where the Saints will have it. 1st and 10 for their second drive of the night. 9:46 to go in the second quarter. Tie game. If you're just joining us, Gavin Squire out tonight, so backup quarterback Lucas Cruzy in there tonight. Did a fine job orchestrating that first drive. Capped off by a 50-yard touchdown run by Grayson Falk. Your backfield is Falk, Zacharias, and Dolph. Handoff to Zacharias. Makes the first tackler miss. Turns no gain into a gain of 2. Correction, that was Falk, the ball carrier, looks like. Falk, the ball carrier. Wesselson on the tackle for the Falcons. 2nd and a short 8 here. Middle handoff to Dolph. Dolph loses a yard. Nowhere to run there. Third and 9. Really nice facility down here in Parkersburg. Kind of sunk in down below their school. Whoever takes care of the lawn, I'd hire him to take care of mine. It's beautiful. Timeout, Saints. Saints call a timeout there. Just 2 seconds left on the play clock. They're going to talk this one over. Big play in the early going here for the Saints. Field position-wise, you probably need all 8 here, or 9. Not 4 down territory, so see what the Saints do here, faced with their first 3rd and long of the night. Timeout, Saints here. Back to play we go. 3rd and long for freshman quarterback Cruzy and the Saints. Little double wing here. Going to try to get the ball outside, it looks like, are the Saints. Let's see what happens here. Pass. Tended for Zacharias. Flag comes in late. And that's going to be in the area of holding. That'll get declined, and the Saints punt it away. Holding Saints. It is declined. And the Saints will punt it away. So pass falls incomplete. Would have been called back via penalty. Falcons decline that penalty. And Landon Yinger is on to punt it away for the Saints. Nice punt from Yinger. Kicks it away from the return man. He picks it up. It's Uhlenhop. Uhlenhop returns it to the 45-yard line. Zacharias, I think, was the first guy there. The 44-yard line officially be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. 8 minutes left in the first half. Handoff and try and get the ball outside. They do that. Nice tackle by Zaid Shell. Shell comes in, sticks a man. 2nd and 9. So the Saints need a little fire here. Nice tackle, nice read by Zaid Shell. Comes up, makes the play. Jansen, the ball carrier. Second and 9, 7.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Middle run. Good job. Good job there by the interior of the Saints defense. 4 guys on the ball again. 1 guy holds him up. 10 hats to the ball. Good job rallying there. No gain on the play. 3rd and 9. Junker was the ball carrier. 2 linebackers, 2 defensive line on the play for the tackle for the Saints. We'll call that a host of Saints. 3rd and 9, ball's at the 45-yard line. Middle run, Junker. Junker's wrapped up, loses a yard on the play. Gonzalez, the last man off the pile, along with Keegan Zacharias. And the Falcons will punt it away. Nice defensive stand by the Saints. They needed that one. Zacharias and Falk back to return. The punt for the Saints. Wayne to do the punting for the Falcons. Fumbles the snap, gets it off. Short punt scatters the command from the sideline. Get away from that thing, let it roll dead at about the 23-yard line where the Saints will have it for their third drive of the night. 5:52 to go in the first half. It's 8-all. Good job by the punter there to recover and get that thing off. Saints had four big fellas coming up the middle for it, but he gets it off and gets a nice punt off considering the situation. Saints have it 1st and 10. They spot it all the way back at the 22-yard line. Cruzy with the hard count. Middle run, Dolph doesn't see any room, so he comes and breaks it outside. And Brody Dolph, the nice carry, nice improvisation on 1st down. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. Nice job by Brody Dolph there to break it outside. Big gainer on 1st down. They keep moving it ahead. Give him 9. Play clock is on tonight here at Parkersburg, so you can get a delay game in this JV game. Zacharias outside. Keegan Zacharias near 1st down. Keegan Zacharias has the 1st down. 1st down, Saints at the 35-yard line. Their own 35-yard line. Wyatt in on the tackle for the Falcons. 1st and 10 Saints, 4:45 to go in the first half. Good JV football game here in Parkersburg tonight. Saints are going into the sun here. Saints move early. 5-yard penalty on the Saints, so back them up, make it 1st and 15. Pre-snap motion there. And 4 penalties tonight, 3 of them on the Saints. The opening play has a 15-yard penalty on Parkersburg. Other than that, they've all been on the Saints tonight. 2 pre-snap penalties and a holding. Back to pass. Cruzy looking for Shell. Batted down nicely. Good defensive play by Uhlenhop. That was going to be very nearly a 1st down for the Saints. That was going to be a big play. Good heads-up play by the defensive back. Uhlenhop. 2nd and 15. Saints, if you're just joining us, Gavin Squire, your JV quarterback throughout the season here, out tonight with illness, so Cruzy's been filling in for him admirably. They played I think their first JJV game last week at the freshman level. Pitch, Falk. Falk tackled by number 50, that's Nolte. Saints moving backwards on this drive, no gain. Third and 16 here for the Saints. Three minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Or excuse me, in the second quarter. Your scoreboard's right. I'll just try to give you the time when I can. Back to pass. It's Cruzy. Tipped up, intercepted. Off the hands of Zacharias, into the hands of Mostick for the Falcons. The Saints have turned it over twice. So the Falcons will have a short field here. They have it at the 34-yard line of the Saints. 3:22 to go in the first half. Saints do get the ball to start the second half. Need a stop here. Handoff middle, bounces it outside. Neely in there, along with Zacharias. Gain of 5. Wayne is your ball carrier. Gain of 4 on the play, 2nd and 6. Right at the 30-yard line of the Saints. After the ball's tipped and intercepted by the Falcons. 2:45 to go in the first half. Middle handoff again, bounces it outside. Good tackle there. Number 30, Hayden Warrington, does a great job of getting in there and holding him up. Loss of yardage on the play, loses 3. 3rd and 9, 2:20 to go in the second quarter. Be 3rd and long. 4-down territory here for the Falcons, so they don't need it all here. Clock will tick under 2 minutes to play in the first half on this play. Timeout Falcons. They want to talk this one over. So when we come back to action here, it'll be 3rd and 9 from the 33-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. And a good JV football game. It's 8-all. Timeout Falcons. I believe that's their second timeout. Beautiful night for football. Other than the no-see-ums, I have never seen anything like it. They are just everywhere. Everybody's sitting up here swatting and scratching it. It's terrible. They are thick tonight. Other than that, it's a perfect night for football. The boys out there on the field look like they would appreciate it if it was a little cooler, though. It's definitely warm enough. Big play coming up. 3rd and 9, 1:59 to go in the first half. Saints ready for a pass here, and they're going to get one. Ball's up, tipped away by Zaid Shell. Zaid had a bead on that one. The receiver did a good job of pushing him right as the ball got there. I think Zaid might have picked that one off. Incomplete pass. 4th and long. 1:52 to go in the second quarter. Let's see what the Falcons have drawn up here. 4th and 9. Play clock is under 20. Big play. 8-all. They're going to go. 10 seconds on the play clock. 1:52 on the half clock. Back to pass. Middle, Rashavi, pressure. He's going to take off and run as the quarterback. He's brought down right at just short of the line of gain. Turnover on downs. The Saints defense holds. Nice gain. Nice job by the defensive backfield there. Just no place to throw it, so he has to pull it down and run. Comes up a little short. Yinger forced him into a tackler whose number I could not see. Either way, the Saints defense holds, and they'll have the football with 1:42 to go in this first half. Have the ball near the 30-yard line here. Let's see what the Saints do here. Short time, long field. Let's see what the Saints do here. keep Cruzy. Cruzy trying to get that sideline. He gets there. Gain of 4. Minute 32 to go. Good job by Cruzy. That was a design QB run. Get the edge and get out of bounds. He does both of those. Thanks. Minute 32 to go in the first half. Cruzy back to pass. Is that a fumble? That is a fumble. I thought it was a forward pass myself. They rule it's a fumble. And the Falcons recover. Nolte on the recovery. They ruled that a fumble. Looked like he was trying to find a man downfield that was covered, was trying to pull that thing back in and got hit about the same time. Ball comes out. And the Saints defense will have to hold one more time. Minute 27 left in the first quarter. The ball's about exactly where it was before the 27-yard line. Here we go again. Deja vu for the Saints defense. Yeah, we're going to get a 5-yard penalty on that one. Looks like we had some illegal motion prior to the play. So the Falcons back themselves up 5 yards with a pre-snap penalty. Their second penalty of the night. So 1st and 15 here, minute 24 to go in the first half. After the Saints turnover. Ball's incomplete, that hits the turf. Intended for 19. Zacharias right there on coverage. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 15. Minute 19 to go. And what's been the longest 2 minutes in the history of football, the last 2 minutes of the second quarter. Saints defense has played well outside of a couple of big plays. Falcons defense has played well outside of a 50-yard touchdown run for Falk. Penalty again, pre-snap penalty. Again, a motion penalty. False start on the Falcons. They'll make it 2nd and 20. Consecutive penalties here for the Falcons with an incomplete pass in the middle. Has it 2nd and 20. They're back at their 38-yard line. Back at the Saints' 38-yard line, correction, after the turnover. Just a minute 19 left in this first half. Oh, jet sweep this way. Let's see if we get it. Yep, here it comes. Instead, they're going to pass out of that formation. Gonzalez with pressure. Dolph gets held. Corbin Rashavi thought he had the sack. Somehow he gets out of it, does the quarterback, and Landon Yinger cleans it up. Ball comes out, and the Saints recover. So another turnover. Two turnovers in 40 seconds, one for each team on back-to-back possessions. I'm not sure if Rashavi knocked it out, perhaps. We can't see that. There's a nice crown in this field for drainage. Makes it hard to see the other side, though. The ball comes out. I don't know who for the Saints recovered, but somebody jumps on it. It'll be Saints football. Minute 9 to go in the first quarter, in the first half, 8-8. And this quarter continues. This is Falk. Falk shifts. Falk is loose across midfield. Grayson Falk gets the Saints a first down at the 49-yard line of the Falcons. Minute 1 to go. Saints call a timeout. They have the ball at the 49-yard line of the Falcons with 1:01 to go in the second quarter. They called I believe that's their third timeout. Second for sure. They're not being. If the scoreboard is accurate, the Saints do have a timeout remaining. We'll just assume it is. So fun first half here in Parkersburg. 8-8 is the score. New camera, new scoreboard. We're going to run commercials here at halftime. Let us know how it's going out there if you can. So back to action. 1:01 left in the first half. The Saints have it in Falcon territory at the 49-yard line. First down. Lucas Cruzy is your quarterback tonight. Brody Dolph, the fullback, in the backfield. Grayson Falk and Keegan Zacharias. Back to pass is Cruzy. Picked off. The third turnover in the last minute of this half. And the Falcons have it at the 50-yard line. What a wild 2 minutes of football this has been. Job by the linebacker for the Falcons there, just dropping back in coverage, and Cruzy didn't see him. Jumps in front, picks it off. So 54 seconds to play in the first half. 8 all. Pass complete. Out near the first down. They're going to stop the clock for the measurement here. They give him the first down. Falk is down for the Saints and get a timeout here. Looks like he's all right. Just a little slow to get up. He's got to come off because they stopped play. So Cruzy will go in for him as they check out Falk. Looks like he's all right. So 1st and 10, 32 seconds left. Fumble, ball on the ground. Quarterback just picks it up. Going to try to run with it. Gets outside. Hayden Warrington, though, says, not today, sir, not today. Loss of 3 on the play. Going to have a timeout, Parkersburg, or do we have a flag? It is a timeout. Timeout, Falcons. 20 seconds left in the first half. Be 2nd and 14 from the 43-yard line when we come back here. This last 2 minutes of this quarter has taken 25 minutes on the clock. Again, we don't fact check often, so please don't fact check me on that. But it feels like it here anyway. It's taken a very, very long time. There's no doubt about that. And there's still 20 seconds left. We got time for 2 more turnovers yet. Saints have turned it over twice. Falcons have turned it over once in the last 90 seconds of football. We're going to go from 88 degrees on the way here to in a sweatshirt and cold before we're done here in Parkersburg. I can tell you that the temperature is dropping rapidly. Beautiful red sky here. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Parkersburg has it 2nd and 14. Way back at the 44-yard line. Saints need to tackle inbounds. The Falcons are out of timeouts here. Big play, long pass, incomplete. Ball falls incomplete. Had a receiver for a second, but couldn't connect. Incomplete pass. 13 seconds left in the first half. 3rd and 14. The defensive backs will get one more test here. I have a feeling we're going to get something similar. Let's see if we can get a little rush from that defensive line. Need a little pressure. Corbin Rashavi, 68. Mason Beelan, 54. 53 is Gonzalez, 27 now. Brody Dolph. Used to be 29. Now he's 27. Let's get one of those guys in there here. It's Dolph with the pressure. Force him out of bounds. Back in he goes, still on his feet, still in bounds. Clock winds, not a first down, no timeouts left. That will do it. That'll be the end of the first half. The Saints go to the locker room, tied with Abington Parkersburg, 8-8. We're going to go to commercial, make a little adjustment here to the camera. We'll be back for the second half in about 6 minutes.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by St. Ansgar Chiropractic.
Oh, thank God. Please tell me you brought Paradise Pizza.
You've gotta get to know Joe.
And milk house candles. It's cold in here.
Time for a new golf cart. Miners Outdoor is major tough.
Hey, Mom. Better call Adams Painting and Drywall again. Cars hit me all the time. Luckily, Charleston Body Repair fixes you up fast.
With soybeats.com, my candle making is on cloud 9.
Harvest is right around the corner, but Farmer State Bank is more than just a bank for farmers. So whether you're a small business owner, a student, or a family, FSB is the right financial solutions for you. We are a family-owned local community bank with 7 locations across North Iowa. Visit one of them today or check out our website at fsbbanks.com.
When innovation meets horsepower, great things happen. Johnson Oil keeps Absolute Energy moving, fueling their plant with off-road diesel, swapping forklift cylinders, and setting tanks for the crews that keep the work going strong. And from Absolute's locally made E85 to the roads of North Iowa and southern Minnesota, we deliver it straight to our customers. 1 mile, 1 tank, 1 partnership at a time. Because powering progress takes more than fuel. It takes trust. Johnson Oil. Contact us today for more.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe. Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe.
Before I knew Joe, buying crop insurance was hard. There's a better way to buy crop insurance. You got to get to know Joe.
You know, there is a better way to buy crop insurance. You've got to get to know Joe.
It's time for the Milk House Candles annual warehouse event.
Take care of your spine. St. Ansgar Chiropractic.
Focus Insurance Team. Safeguarding our neighbors in northern Iowa and southern Minnesota from risk.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system.
We are back here in Parkersburg. The Saints and the Falcons tied 8-8. 1 minute to go to the second half kick, which the Saints will receive. The Saints 8 comes via a 50-yard touchdown run from Grayson Falk. The freshman finds the end zone. Keegan Zacharias punches it in for the 2-point conversion. The Falcons score on a long touchdown of their own on a sweep. And it's 8-all. Both teams with multiple turnovers here. I think the Saints now have 3. Falcons have 2. We'll get back to action here shortly. Again, the Saints will receive the second half kickoff. So Saints can send their return team out. Zacharias and Falk will be back to receive the Falcons kick here as we start the second half. 10 minutes on the clock. The first quarter went incredibly fast. The second quarter went incredibly slow. We're an hour into this JV football game. We start second half momentarily. Wayne to do the kicking for the Falcons. Zacharias at the top of your screen. Falk nearest you. So be Zacharias on the line drive kick. Fields it at about the 15-yard line. Zacharias out near the 30. Where the Saints will have it to start the second half, 1st and 10. Ball spotted right at the 30-yard line. First and 10 Saints. On that first drive, the Saints really looked crisp. Struggled a little bit in the middle there. Henry Steele out there, number 11 for the Saints. This is Falk. Falk into the second level. Falk still on his feet up near the 50. Gain of 18 for Grayson Falk on first down. The Saints have it near midfield. Good play to start that second half. Uhlenhop makes the tackle, but not before Falk gets 18 in the first down. Spot the ball at about the 48-yard line. First and 10 Saints. Out of the wishbone, Cruzy under center. Short gain there for Zacharias. Give him 3, 2nd and 7. Wyatt with the tackle for the Falcons. Falk makes a man miss. A spin move. Grayson Falk. 10, 5. Touchdown, Saints. Grayson Falk runs away from all 11 for his second 50-yard touchdown of the night. And the Saints lead 14-8. Nice run with Grayson Falk. Give him 48 yards on touchdown number 2. And Grayson Falk gives the Saints a 14-8 lead with 8:32 to go in the third quarter. The Saints without Landon Hillman tonight. See, he's in street clothes. Like I said, we mentioned last time, Henry Steele out there, tight end. Saints go for 2 here. Dolph is your fullback. We're in 27 now. Zacharias short on the 2-point conversion, but the Saints lead at 14-8 with 8:32 to go in the third quarter. So 2 big plays by Grayson Falk there. He gets 18 yards on the first one. Keegan Zacharias gets 4 on carry on the second play, and on the third play, Grayson Falk goes 48 yards to the end zone. His second long touchdown of the night. Grayson Falk, who'd been injured up until last week, cleared to return to play. Gets his first game action for Saints football team last week and doing well here tonight in the JV game. If you missed your JV game last Monday night, so did we. West Hancock game was canceled or postponed officially. I haven't heard a rescheduled date. Apparently 3 inches of rain and an hour with about 40 minutes of hail mixed in is enough to call it. So the Saints, Mother Nature wins last Monday night. No word yet on a rescheduled date for that one. I believe the Saints have 3 more officially JV games left. Next 3 Monday nights will bring you JV football. Max Neely to kick off for the Saints. They lead at 14-8. Another nice kick by Neely. That's a live football. Falcons pick it up at the 15, across the 20. Good job by the Saints. Kickoff team there. Zade Shell, Boyson hit on the tackle. Grayson Rashavi in there for the Saints defensive line. Mason Beeland, 54. 53 is Alex Gonzalez. 27, Brody Dolph. Your linebackers are 30. Hayden Orrington, 20. Landon Yinger, 28. Keegan Zacharias. 22, Grayson Falk. 4 is Zade Shell. 42 is Max Neely. 5 is Boyson. Nice job by the Saints, forcing Junker outside. Good tackle by the Saints defense. Just a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Under 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Saints take the opening drive of the second half into the end zone via a 48-yard touchdown run for Grayson Falk. He has over 100 yards rushing tonight, 2 touchdowns. Middle run, nowhere to go. Good job again in there. I believe that's Zacharias, the last man off the pile from that linebacker spot. Gain of 1, 3rd and 8. Saints defense with a good start here. Start the second half. Peyton Dio Boyson is number 5. He's in there for your Saints. Cornerback on this side. Middle run. Hurdles a man. Nowhere to run, though, in the middle. Loss of a yard. 4th down coming up. Falcons will punt it away. Good job by the Saints defense here to start the second half. Come out with a little fire. Force the punt. 3 and out. They spot the ball ahead a yard, so give him a yard, make it 4th and 6. Ball was nearly blocked again. Falk's got it for the return. Tackled immediately. Nice tackle by number 21. Good job by Grayson Falk to hang on to that one. He'll have it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. So the Saints will have it for the second time in the second half. 6:18 to go in the third. Cruzy under center. Falk up that right side. Nice gain on 1st down. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4. Grayson Falk having a nice night. The Saints have it near the 45-yard line. Their own 45-yard line. Under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter. Middle. Keep those feet moving, does Dolph. Short gain. Brody Dolph. Give him a yard, 3rd and 3. Ball across the 45. Cruzy and Collins get the play in here. 66, Mickey Nielsen in there for the Saints on the offensive line here in the 3rd quarter. False start by the Saints. Back them up 5, makes 3rd and 3, 3rd and 8. .454 to go in the 3rd. After the 5-yard walk-off, it's 3rd and 8. Falk with it, finds a seam. Grayson Falk just short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and a yard. Decision time for the Saints coaching team. Coaching staff. Looks like the offense is going to stay out there. Simon Collins runs the play in for the Saints. 20 seconds on the play clock. Play clock is on tonight in this JV game. Saints need less than a yard for a 1st down here. In the wishbone, Cruzy. Hand off to Falk. Falk drives ahead. Going to be very close. Going to come down to the spot. Does not get it according to the spot. Turnover on downs. It's beyond the line to gain. I'm not sure how that's not a 1st down. I don't understand. No, they are going to measure. Looks like we are going to measure here. It sure looks like it from here. Maybe just a bad angle on my part. Although I am looking straight down the line. It is extraordinarily close. I'll say it that way. It is short, so turnover on downs. 3:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. The Falcons defense comes up with a big stop. Camera person Kim says she thought it was short. She was right. She has better perspective than I do. We call that a woman's perspective. Almost always better than a man's perspective. She's just shaking her head. She wants a headset for these so she can respond. You know, she says she doesn't. So turnover on downs. Falcons have it 1st and 10 in Saints territory. Ball's at the 47-yard line. 3:47 to go in the 3rd quarter. Pitch, Junker outside. Nice gain on 1st down for Junker. Seven-yard gain on 1st down, 2nd and 3. $2 hot dogs, hamburgers, and chicken sandwiches here in the stadium you're missing out on tonight. I hear they're delicious. 2nd and 3, 3:12 to go in the 3rd. Middle run. It's good for a 1st down. Not much more. Corbin Rashavi, the last guy up the pile. Gain of 3 and a 1st down. Don't need to measure that one. I say that because, by my perspective, that was about as short as our 4th down one. 1st down Falcons, under 3 minutes to play in the 3rd. Saints lead at 14-8. Low snap, good job by the quarterback. Sweep. Flag on the play, that one's coming back. Gain of 5 on the play, but I think Going to wipe that one out with a holding call. Holding Falcons. It'll be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, which is way back at the original line of scrimmage, so it should make it about 1st and 20. And it does. 1st and 20 here, coming up after the holding infraction on the Falcons. 2:42 to go in the third. The Saints lead on the strength of 2 Grayson Falk touchdown runs, one of 48 and one of 50. Defense has played well, bend but don't break. A little confusion here coming out of the huddle. They get it adjusted. Still 10 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. Sweep coming this way. No, fake and a middle run. Beeland around the legs. Warrington, Zacharias, and others rally to the football. Short gain on the play. 2nd and 19. Good job by the Saints defense there. That play has been effective tonight. The Saints sniff it out there. Hold them to a short gain. Same play, Junker, middle. Job by the linebackers for the Saints there. I believe you're going to find Zacharias and Yinger in there. 3rd and long, bringing the speed defense with Jensen and Nielsen in the middle of that defensive line. 1:35 to go in the third. 3rd and 17 coming up. Quick snap. Middle run, nowhere to go. Mickey Nielsen. Either Mickey or Corbin. I can't tell who it was, 66 or 68. Might have been Corbin. No gain on the play. 4th down either way, and the Falcons will punt it away. Good job by the Saints defense. Falk back to receive. The punt. Saints have been close on a couple of these punts. Let's see if they can get a little pressure here. Good punt. Ball's going to roll inside the 10-yard line, down around the 5. The Saints will be pinned deep in their own territory. 31 seconds to go in the third quarter. They lead at 14-8. Really nice punt. Has the Saints pinned deep in their own territory. Spot that ball right at the 5. Brian Baker, the center. Cruzy, the quarterback. Hands it off. Zacharias, the ball carrier. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. In the shadow of their own goal line here, the Saints won't get too creative. It looks like they're going to be happy to let the third quarter expire here, so we're going to head to quarter number 4. The Saints have the football in a 14-8 lead. It'll be 2nd and 7 when we come back. And by come back, I mean when we go back to action, because we're not going anywhere. 3 good quarters here at Parkersburg. See if the Saints can finish this thing with a long, sustained drive. Would ice this thing right here. Go on a 95-yard touchdown drive. Eat up 6 minutes of this fourth quarter. I've got it ordered. If you're just joining us, the Saints score twice on Grayson Falk touchdown runs. 1 of 50, 1 of 48. Young man's had a good night. Over 100 yards rushing for him. Because he had at least one more carry, right? Sure. Saints defense has played really well. And they hold the 14-8 lead as we start the fourth quarter here. 10-minute quarters. It's officially a perfect September evening in Parkersburg, Iowa. It's got to be about 70 degrees. No wind. The bugs went away. It's as good as it gets. So the Saints have the football. 2nd and 6 to start the fourth quarter. In the shadow of their own goal line. They're inside the 10 here. Lucas Cruzy in at quarterback for the Saints. Another false start for the Saints. I think that's their 4th one tonight. That'll back the Saints up 5, makes it 2nd and 11. So we'll try the start of the fourth quarter one more time. Cruzy, middle handoff. Falk finds a seam, makes a man miss. Still on his feet. Grayson Falk has a first down. Really nice run by Grayson Falk, running hard. Give him 12 yards in the first down for the Saints. They have the football out at the 17-yard line. Exactly what the Saints needed there after the penalty to start the fourth. Makes it 2nd and 10. Grayson Falk runs for 12 or 13 in the first down. And the clock runs. Expect to see the Saints break the huddle with under 15 on the play clock here. Happy to go on a long drive to start this fourth quarter. Falk again met in the backfield, but makes a man miss. Turns what would have been a loss of 3 into a gain of 1. 2nd and 9. Grayson Falk, the primary ball carrier here in this one tonight. After he returns from an injury this summer, cleared to play last week, I believe, and he looks good out there, the freshman for the Saints. Middle run for the fullback, I believe, there. It was Dolph on the carry. Nice game by Dolph. 6 yards, 3rd and 3, 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Third and 3 coming up. This drive started at their own 5 in the third quarter. Middle run, falls ahead, going to be short of the first down. Dolph the ball carrier, 4th and 1. Went in on the tackle. Fourth and a yard here. 7:44 to go in the game. Saints appear to be going for it in the wishbone. See if they're just trying to get them off sides or they're actually going to go. Saints jump off sides, commit their 5th pre-snap penalty. False start on the Saints. That'll back them up 5. I think that was just to see if we can get them to jump play anyway, and the Saints will punt it away. Saints calls a timeout, so the Saints call a timeout there. Use their first timeout of the second half. 7:34 to go. Saints defense has played exceptionally well tonight, so has the Falcon defense. Saints lead on the strength of a Grayson Falk touchdown run to start the third quarter. personnel change here. Looks like the Saints are going to punt it away. Be 4th and 6 inside their own, or near their own 20. Probably the right decision. Landon Yinger will be your punter. #21 Uhlenhop standing at about the 50-yard line for the Falcons to receive the punt. Yinger gets it off, almost blocked. Uhlenhop has it at the 50, middle return, and he's smacked by Ryan Baker. Bake with a big tackle. Nice job by Ryan Baker, the sophomore. The Falcons will have it 1st and 10 at the Saints' 47-yard line. So the Saints defense needs to come up with at least one more stand here. Short field for the Falcons. They start in 4-down territory across midfield here. 7:25 to go in the game. Saints short a couple of regulars here tonight. Have played well. Motion, handoff on the sweep this time. Great pursuit by Max Neely and the Saints defense. Great job, Neely. Short gain, 2nd and 9. Really good recognition there from Neely. He comes up and makes the tackle. Under 7 minutes to play. So they've run that, out of that formation, they run that sweep or just the straight up draw up the middle. The Saints have now stopped both on the last couple of drives. Haven't been fooled by either play. Looks like the Falcons will go away from here. Straight pass. That ball falls incomplete, just short of the receiver. Intended for Ammons. Incomplete pass, 3rd and 9. Stops the clock, 6:36 to go in the game. Don't see that very often. The ball moved about half a yard there. Either way, it's, in fact, they move it back a little bit. It is 3rd and 8. 5 seconds on the play clock. Middle run. Beeland and who is that? Which one is it? 68. Beeland and Rashavi combined for the tackle there. Loss of 2 on the play. 4th and 11. Nice job by the defensive line there. Those two guys on this right side do a nice job. Loss of 2 on the play, and I think the Falcons are going to punt it away. The clock will tick under 6 minutes to go on this punt. Wayne is going to kick it to Falk. Nice punt again. Falk's going to let it bounce, hoping it goes into the end zone, and it is going to do just that. Touchback. And the Saints will have it. Whew. Grayson Falk and all the rest of us holding our breath. I thought that was the right decision to let it go. Right, he had his heels at the 10, and I think that's the rule, right? Stay at the 10. If the ball's over your head, you let that thing go. Really nice punt from the Falcons punter, but it just rolls into the end zone, and the Saints will have it. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line, 5:46 to go. They lead by 6 in what's been a great JV football game down here at Appleton-Parkersburg. Cruzy under center in the wishbone. Falk with it. Flag on the play. Falk has a nice gain of 5 on the play, but I'm afraid that one's in the area of a hold on your Saints. Face masks and holds seem to be the pre-snap penalties seem to be the 3 penalties you're going to get in a JV football game. Saints get called for the hold there. It's going to back them way up. First and 18, something along those lines. It's a 10-yard spot penalty in high school football. The Saints need the 30 for a first down. I believe the ball's at about the 12. Now it's gotten dark here. The lines are a little easier to see. Beautiful field here in Parkersburg. Handoff. Falk spins through a tackle. Gets most of the penalty yardage back. Give him 7, 2nd and 11. Boy, he's fun to watch. That young man runs hard and is hard to bring down. Very rarely the first guy makes the tackle on Mr. Grayson Falk. 4:48 to play in the game. The Saints content to run it here and run a little clock. Ball's on the ground. Saints recover. The Saints recover. The Falcons call a timeout there. Their first timeout of the second half. So both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. 4:32 to go in the game. The ball came out there. I don't know if Cruzy got his own fumble back there. That may be what it looked like. So it'll be 3rd and 11 when we come back from this timeout. Well played JV game here. Too many turnovers. Both coaches would tell you that. But outside of that, both defenses have played pretty well. Maybe some of those turnovers are forced by the good plays on the other team. Been a good night all the way around. See if the Saints can cap this thing off with a victory. They have the football and a 6-point lead, but it's 3rd and 11 deep in their own territory. .432 to go in this one. The Saints break the huddle in the wishbone. Handoff Falk. Falk swallowed up. No gain on the play. It'll be 4th and 11, and the Saints will punt it away. It will be under 4 minutes to play in the game. .20 seconds on the play clock, 4:05 on the game clock, so the Saints will use as much of that as they can here. 4th and 11, Saints are punting it away. Yinger. It's off a nice high punt. Eulenhop gets it at the 45. Return this way. Chased down by Beeland. Nice tackle by Beeland at the 40. The Falcons will have it, though, 1st and 10, just inside the Saints' 40-yard line. So short field 3:43 to go in the game. Saints cling to a 6-point lead here on the strength of a Grayson Falk touchdown run to start the 3rd quarter. I think the 3rd play of the 3rd quarter the Saints scored, and it's been all defense on both sides since. Well, Falcons have it here with 3:43 to go in the game. 39 yards to go. Pass. Complete to 19. Tackled for a short gain. Gain of 5 on the play. That burns 30 seconds. It's not the worst thing in the world for the Saints. They'll trade 5 yards for 30 seconds with under 3.5 to go. .3:15 remain in the game. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. 2nd and 4. Toss. Junker. Great pursuit again. Just no clean lane to run. Dolph, Gonzalez, and others in on the tackle. Short gain, 3rd and 3. 2:45 to go in the game. Falcons are going to have to move here. Third and 3. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Back to pass. Out complete to the sideline. 1st down and more. Forced out of bounds on that far sideline by Warrington, but a big play and stops the clock. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line with 2 minutes and 22 seconds to go. The clock stopped as the receiver goes out of bounds after the big gain. So Parkersburg gets exactly what they needed there. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Sweep. Held up. Nice tackle there by the Saints. Gain of 5. Clock continues to run. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the game. Gain of 3 on the play. The Falcons can get a 1st down at about the 2-yard line. They have it now at about the 10, it looks like. 2nd and 8. Ball at the 10-yard line. Under 2 minutes to play. Second and 8, minute 45 on the clock. Toss middle. Into the end zone goes Junker for the Falcon touchdown. Tie game, 14-all after the 10-yard touchdown run by Junker. Minute 37 left in this game. 2-point conversion attempt on the way. Saints need a stop here. They are going to attempt the PAT. 22 on to kick the PAT. Timeout Falcons. They use their 2nd timeout of the quarter. So they do have a soccer kit, it turns out. I told you they were close enough to Cedar Falls. They had to have one of those. This is Wayne, who has done the kickoffs, and he can kick the ball a long way. So I have a feeling that this is in his range. A lot of things have to go right in a JV football game to make a PAT. You got to get that snap off. You got to get the snap in your hands. You got to get the snap down, and you got to kick it. Big play coming up. PAT attempt on the way for the Falcons to take the lead. 1:37 to go in the game. So Wayne on to attempt the PAT to give the Falcons the lead with 1:37 left in the game. Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is good. And the Falcons have the lead, 15-14 with 1:37 to go in the game. Still a 2-minute offense time for your Saints. If you're just joining us, Lucas Cruzy in at quarterback for the Saints. Gavin Squires out today. No Landon Hillman out there for the Saints. Saints need a good return here. Let's start this off with the Keegan Zacharias return here across midfield. So the short field hurts the Saints. The Falcons take advantage, 38-yard drive. Take a couple of minutes off the clock, punch it in, and get the PAT to take the 15-14 lead. So expect a squib quick here, question mark? See a bouncing kick perhaps? Again, as strong as this young man's leg is, I could see him kicking it deep here. A lot of times the strategy at this point of the game is to let that thing bounce around and let one of the big fellas try to pick it up. But when you got a kid with a leg like this young man has, go kick it deep. And they do that. Falk with it inside the 10. Out across the 40, down near the 45-yard line. So the Saints get a nice return by Falk. Set themselves up. 1:30 left in the game. Saints have it at their own 45-yard line. Down 1. Cruzy puts Zacharias in motion. Zacharias has the football. Around the end goes Keegan Zacharias. Gain of 5 on the play. 1:22, clock runs. Ball at midfield, 2nd down and 5. 1:15 to go. 2nd down. $60 seconds to play in this one. Saints at midfield. Falk in motion. Cruzy back to pass. Ball comes out. Picked up. Recovered by the Falcons, and that will do it. 48 seconds to go. The Falcons recover the fumble. Saints turn it over 4 times tonight. And the Falcons will have it and can kneel this one out. Falcons have it at the 38-yard line. Good effort from the Saints tonight. The Saints defense played lights out. One play in that first half they'd like back, and then, of course, that one long pass play kind of broke their back there on that last drive of the fourth quarter. Falcons will kneel it out. Saints do have 2 timeouts, so they call one there. So Saints will burn their 2 timeouts. They use the first one there. They can use the second one and make it 3rd down. And I believe the Falcons will be able to run it out there on 4th down, based on my math, I think. Well-played game down here. Again, outside the turnovers, I thought both teams played pretty well. Saints a little short-handed here tonight. Without Squire and Hillman. But they played well. Battled hard. Nice night for football. Get better at this level, learn something, and go to the next one. Postville Friday night at home will be our next football broadcast. Be there if you can. If you can't, join us on Saints TV. Saints use their 2nd timeout. 42 seconds left. .43 seconds left in this one. Saints use their last timeout. It is 3rd down. So 3rd and 13 after a couple of kneel downs and a couple of timeouts. 43 seconds left on the clock. Saints need a fumbled exchange here or something fun like that. Now the play clock is off. Yeah, you're correct. That's good. Astute observation from the crowd here. And now he winds the clock. There we go. After the timeout. The clock's not running here in the stadium. That's what we're joking about. Oh, good. 43 seconds left. 15-14. 3rd and 13. The Falcons take a knee. Yep, 4th down. 41 seconds. Get a false start. There was a false start on that play. Ran 2 seconds off the clock. Now they put those 2 back on. Good timekeeping here in Parkersburg. 43 seconds. Backs him up 5. Don't know if they're running a play there or just taking a long knee. I'm not sure what that was. Either way, it's false start. They are running a play. Junker. Stretched out nicely there by Zacharias and others. No gain on the play. Loses 2, in fact. But that will do it. There's 33 seconds on the play clock. Now they run it, and 28 seconds on the game clock. So Falcons will be able to let this one expire without the need to punt. The Falcons win it 15-14. Thanks for joining us here on Saints TV. We'll see you for volleyball later in the week. We got all kinds of cool stuff coming up on Saints TV. Tune in if you can. Be there, even better yet. Otherwise, we will see you football-wise on Friday night at home. Good night, everybody.